Hey guys, welcome back to my channel AG Motion Designs, and in today's video we are going to create this Upbound logo animation inside of After Effects without using any third-party plugin but with the help of Adobe Photoshop and Adobe After Effects. So if you are new to this channel, then please consider to subscribe this channel and also hit the bell icon to get more updates, and don't forget to hit the like button. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So as always, we are here in Adobe Photoshop. So first thing we will do, we don't need this background over here. So simply we will go to the select option, we will choose color range and we will pick up this color, and fuzziness I'll choose 90 over here, or even more than that, around 170, and hit OK and simply delete this color and hit Ctrl D. Now we don't need this color over here. Now we will choose rectangle tool over here, rectangle marquee tool, and we will select this white portion over here, hit Ctrl X, create new layer and press Ctrl Shift V to paste in place those things, and I'll hit Ctrl Shift V. Now same procedure we will follow for all these alphabets. I'll select this one, hit Ctrl X, create a new layer and press Ctrl Shift V. Same for this and or other alphabets. Yep, so all of our alphabets are on new layer. Now we will save this file in computer as a Photoshop file, and now we will go to the Adobe After Effects and we will create over here a new composition. I'll call it as main animation as always. Width I'll choose 1920, height is 180, frame rate is 30, duration is 30 seconds, and background color I'll choose around this one and simply hit OK and hit OK. Now go to the choose grid and guide option and hit title section. Now press Ctrl I on keyboard to import our logo. I'll select this my Photoshop file, and in import as I'll choose composition, return layers and sizes, and simply hit import. Don't make changes over here and simply hit OK. Now double click on this Upbound. I'll select all those things. I'll hit Ctrl C to copy those things. Go to the main animation and hit Ctrl V and drag it over here. Right click and create one new null object. Select all of them, make it a parent with this null one. Select this null one, press S and increase the scale a little bit like this. And now I'll delete this null one. I don't need that anymore. Select all of them and just adjust their position properly like this. Now I'll select this one and I'll hide this one for now, and I'll select all of them. Press P for position property. Now select all the position property and create separate dimensions. Right click, separate dimensions. Do this procedure for all of them like this. Now we need to do a pop-up animation, so select all of them and create one keyframe on Y position, and around 1 second I'll create again one keyframe, and in middle of them I'll drag them over here, and over here I'll select all of them initially and I'll drag them over here. Now press R for rotation, create one keyframe over here, hit U and go to around 1 second and create one rotation for all of them for now. Now go initially, press S for scaling option, create one keyframe, few frame forwards and again create one keyframe. Go to the start and make them 0 like this. Select the scaling frames and move them a little bit backward. Now hit U so we can see all of our keyframe. Now we will adjust the graph filter for all of them, but in a different way. So initially press P so we can see only position keyframes. Now select those position keyframes and simply hit F9. Now go to the graph editor, zoom in a little bit. If your graph editor is not looking like this, simply right click over here and make sure you are choosing edit speed graph over here. Now select this middle one and we will get two handles, out of which this one I'll move it over here. Now select this one and move this over here. Now select this one, by holding shift move this thing over here, and by holding shift move this thing over here. So if I play my animation now, we will get this simple bouncy look over here. Now press R for rotation property, select all the rotation properties, hit F9, go to the graph editor. Again make sure that you are choosing edit speed graph. Select this graph, by holding shift I'll move this thing over here and this one over here, so we'll get this kind of rotation. Now press S, select all those keyframes and hit F9, go to the graph editor, select this graph editor, and by holding shift I'll move this handle over here. So we will get this kind of bouncy animations over here. But press R for rotation now, and at this point I'll choose this one, and over here I'll make it 180. For this one I'll make it 180. For this one I'll make it 180. Make sure that you are using 1 and plus 180. And same thing I'll do this over here. So if we hit play, we will get this kind of stuff. Now press Ctrl R to create one ruler. Drag one ruler over here so we can adjust their position. Now select this one, go over here, hit P, hit U to reveal all keyframes, and those who are 1 plus 180, make sure that you are adjusting their positions like this, this one like this. Why I did that we will see further. So we are getting this kind of animation. So I'll hit U now and I'll hide all of them. Now we will focus on our main portion, which is our circle. I'll hit enter over here and I'll type circle. Similarly we will unhide all of them and we will type respective name for all the layers. Hit enter, type U, select this one, hit enter, type P, Yep, our naming is done. Now we can focus on our animation. So as I said, we need to hide these things for now and we will focus on our circle. Now select this circle, go to the align tab, align it horizontally and then align it vertically initially for now. Now press P for position and again we will choose separate dimensions by right clicking on the position. So we will get X position and Y position separately. Now create one keyframe over here and around 20 frames I'll create again one keyframes over here. I mean one keyframe on each of them. So initially I'll move this thing over the top. You can move this from here also, so it will down, and after this around, let's say around 2 seconds on X position I'll move this thing over here. Now we will unreveal all of them and I'll move this towards the P over here, and for the Y position I'll adjust it over here. Now in middle of them I will create one keyframe on Y position. Make sure that you are not making any keyframe on X position over here like this. Now our main keyframes over here are ready. Again we will hide these things for now. Now our basic animations is ready for this circle. Now we will focus on our graph editor. Now initially we don't need any keyframe for this X, so I'll delete this X keyframe. Now we will first focus on Y position, so hit F9 on Y position and go to the graph editor. I'll select this handle by holding shift. I'll move it over here. Select this handle and move it over here. Select this handle, move this over here and move this over here. And select this handle, move this over here. Select this handle and move this over here. Now we don't need to put F9 on this X position. So if I hit play, we'll get this kind of animations. Now whenever this ball will strike on the ground, we want all of these animations to start. So I'll unhide all of them and I'll move them over here. Hit U and hit page down button. I'll move this P over here by using open square bracket. Same page down button, open square bracket, page down button, open square bracket. So we will get this random animations like this. Now select this circle, hit U. I think we need to move it a little bit upward for this one. Let's see how does it looks. Yeah. Now after that, as we know, we have this and this. These are in reverse manner. So what I'll do, I'll change the color from here so we can see that all of them are reversed. So now I want this circle should be bounce back from all these reversed alphabets. So for that, what I'll do, after this one, I want this one should bounce over here. So I'll move this over here. After this, at this point, it should be on this B, and after this one should be over here. Yep. Now after that, what I'll do, I'll move this thing over here, and at this point I'll create one keyframe. Hit K to jump forward to the keyframes. Again create one keyframe. Again create one keyframe. Now at this point, I want this one should be over here. Select this keyframe, hit Ctrl C, go in middle of this, hit Ctrl V, hit Ctrl V. Now we will select this Y position keyframes and we will go to the graph. Select this graph by holding shift. I'll move it over here and this one over here. We will follow the same procedure for this one, and again we will follow the same procedure for this one and this one. So if I see my animation over here, we will get this kind of animation. Now after that, what we will do, we will select this P. Now hit P, select this, and no, it's not P but D. Hit P for position, create one keyframe on Y position, and at this point again create one keyframe on Y position, and at this point it should be over here. Now go over here, press R for rotation, create one keyframe, hit U, hit K to jump forward, and let's make it 0. And now we will adjust the Y position like this. So if I see this animation, now we will get this kind of stuff. Now as always, we need to adjust the graph of this Y, but before that, select this graph and hit F9. Select this middle handle, and this handle should be here and this handle should be here. If I see the animation, we will get this kind of stuff like this. Now select this rotation, hit F9, go to the graph editor, select this rotation keyframe by holding shift. I'll adjust these handles like this. So if I set play, you'll get this kind of animation. If you want, then you can increase the Y position also, and you can select all this keyframe by holding Alt. You can adjust those keyframes. Now at this point, I want this U should be animated, so hit P first, create one keyframe on Y position, and at this point it should be over here. After a few frames, I'll select this keyframe, hit Ctrl C, Ctrl V, select those keyframe, hit F9, go to the graph editor, select this graph by holding shift. I'll move it over here and I'll move it over here like this. Now press R for rotation, create one keyframe over here, hit U, go forward, and instead of 180 I'll make it 0. Select those keyframes, hit F9, go to the graph editor, select this graph editor by holding shift. I'll adjust these handles. Now select this B, same procedure, hit P, create one keyframe on Y position. At this point, by holding shift, I'll move it over here. At this point, hit Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Over here, press R for rotation, create one keyframe, hit U. Over here, I'll make it 0. Select those keyframe and hit F9, go to the graph editor, select this graph editor by holding shift, move it over here and move it over here. Same thing we'll do with the Y position. Select this Y keyframes, hit F9, go to the graph editor, move this thing over here and move this thing over here. And at this point we need to adjust the Y position of this one like this. Now at last I'll select this U, press P, create one keyframe on Y position. At this point it should be over here, and then again initial position, hit Ctrl C, Ctrl V, go over here. For this forward direction I'll choose K, and backward direction I'll choose J to shift our this cursor. If you want to shift this time ruler for forward direction, hit K, so it will jump on the forward keyframes, and J for backward. Now press R for rotation, create one keyframe, hit U. Again I'll make it 0. Sorry for firecracker noise. And like this. Select those keyframe, hit F9, go to the graph editor. I'll select this middle handle and like this. Same thing we will do with this rotation property, hit F9, go to the graph, select this graph, and by holding shift we will adjust it like this. So as we can see, our animation is almost done now. Now we will animate this thing for last, so we will create, at this point it should be over here, and at this point hit Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and we will move this over here. Yep, choose it to fit. Now select those Y positions, go to the graph editor, select this graph, holding shift, I'll move it over here and this one over here, and select those keyframes and press Alt and move them a little bit forward. Let's see how does it looks. Yeah, I think we should move it a little bit over here, and after this I'll go few frame forwards, again create one keyframe on Y position, and over here I'll move it a little bit upward. Let's see how does it looks. Press Alt and move them over here like this. So if I hit play now, my animation will look like this. If you want, then you can adjust this graph also, so it will look more realistic. If you want to adjust the exposition properly, then you can over here. So yep, this is our final animation of our Upbound logo. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, then please consider to subscribe this channel and also hit the bell icon for more updates. And if you want to watch After Effects tutorials in Hindi, then please consider to visit my another channel called AG Animations. Link will be available in the description. Until then, stay tuned.